Professor Walton, what in the entire world is a proposal? What am I supposed to do with this? Don't worry, I have lecture notes. These going to be super small. You guys know I don't do long lecture notes. However, remember the proposal is part of what you have to do for this assignment, for this essay assignment, okay? Remember, all of your proposal information is going to come from the annotated bibliography that you all made in week 16. If you did not create an annotated bibliography in week 16, you have some work to do. Okay, you have to go back to week 16, watch that video, create that template, and complete that guy before you start writing about this. Okay, because understand that both of those guys are due for this module. Let's go back to you guys. What is a proposal? A proposal is an academic proposal is the first step in producing a thesis or major project. Its intent is to convince the supervisor or academic committee that your topic and approach are sound, so that you gain approval and proceed with the actual research. I'm not going to go through the rest of that, but basically this is what you do. Like if you're proposing an essay, you're proposing your thesis, you're proposing your project that you want to publish to an organization, what you have to do first is create what's called a proposal. That's what this definition is kind of telling us about. We kind of talked about what it does already. Its purpose is to kind of introduce the audience to what our research is going to be about, what we came up with for our topic so far. Now, you guys have had lots of time to research. For the last 3 essays, you guys have been researching, so you have plenty of research to base this proposal off of. Okay? So let's move on to the next thing. How long are proposals? They're typically 300 to 350 words. I'm putting you guys in the lower end of the proposal, so you only are required to write 300 words. Professor, can you show me examples of proposals? I surely can. So here is one that I created. Oh, sorry, this is not mine yet. This is one from Purdue OWL that I found, which I thought was very nice. Now, while these folks that created these proposals aren't using my template, I just wanted to show you guys how proposals look. They're just typically like your long paragraphs. Now, this one is just a little bit longer than I want you guys to create, but most proposals are like one paragraph long, one long paragraph, okay? Next, here's a proposal that I'm doing actually for a current project that I will be completing, and actually this week. I'll be presenting this next week. Next, this is a proposal that I did for MLA. I published for MLA last semester. And if you don't know what MLA is, it's a Modern Language Association. Yes, it's a writing style. It is the writing style you guys use for your in-text citations and works cited pages. Moving right along. So, and then underneath here is where I put all my sources. Now, for the publication that I did, they weren't requiring an annotated bib. They were just requiring our sources. And so here, while my proposal was super short, I had to publish all the sources, or talk about all the sources that I was going to use, which altogether I think I have 25. Okay, so now here's a example of a student who created a proposal. So look at their proposal, and I think this is really good. Unfortunately, it's cut off in the middle. Let's put that back. Okay, but I want you guys to pay attention to some of the words that they use. So, for example, the relevance of this thesis can be demonstrated by the initial interest in this topic is, and then some of their sentences begin with some of the words that are actually in the template that I provided for you guys. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, and then again, these students had their proposal. Now, this actually was from one of my 110 courses, for which they do not have to submit an annotated bib with their proposal. However, you guys are in 111, so you do have to submit an annotated bib. All right, moving right along. Look at all this. Okay, so now that you've shown me examples, Professor Walton, can you show me how am I supposed to create this thing? Of course I can. You're going to use what I created. I created a template for you guys just to kind of help you guys move along the way. Okay, so here we kind of see some what I have here. Now, this thing is kind of telling you what you're supposed to do, but basically, I kind of start the sentence for you, and you're supposed to end it by answering the question that's in the red, okay? So, anyway, and if you remember, our examples that we have from last time, from earlier, they kind of start with these words. So the relevance of this question can be demonstrated by. The initial interest in this question comes from. The sense of the current debate or conversation on this topic is that. And I just want to show you guys that example again from the student who did theirs. Where they have the relevance of this thesis can be demonstrated by. The initial interest in this topic comes from. And you kind of see throughout their essay where they use my words and my template to start their sentence, but then they finish it with what's in the red, okay? So what you're going to do is start off by saying this. The relevance of this question can be demonstrated by, in other words, why does your topic matter? Next, the initial interest in this question comes from, in other words, how did you first become interested in this topic? And because Professor Walton told me I had to write something is not the answer, all right? Next, the sense of the current debate or conversation on this matter is that, in other words, according to all the research that you've gathered about this topic, where is the debate? Are people still arguing? The answer is yes, they are still arguing. If the answer is yes, they are still arguing, then what are they saying? And you kind of go through, go on, so on and so forth. And that'll kind of help you guys create this template. Remember, it only is required to be 300 words. It can be more than 300 words. It cannot be less than 300 words. Does that make sense? Watch this video as many times as you need to. Okay, so I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys create. And I will see you guys later. Bye.